The partnerships are only as good as the partners involved in them. And wherever we're operating a stewardship partnership, whether that's here in Sheffield, over in Hull and the Humber region, having the buy-in of the local authority, who obviously are very influential as landowners, but also as policymakers and as organisations that can set an example about this sort of thing. Yeah, having local authorities involved is just so important in terms of having as much positive impact as possible. The council's role in this is partly financial. Just as with any of our partners, they're all paying into a fund that allows this kind of work to continue, involving a local authority, and the finances that brings gives us a bit of additional financial support in terms of covering the costs of staff and equipment and licences and that sort of thing. Perhaps the biggest thing is the setting an example that they are playing a part in this kind of management that would so often fall through the gaps because it's relatively difficult to coordinate it and do it efficiently.
Council is a huge landowner right across the city, and it's right that we play our part in being the custodians of the river here and right across our city. We know that businesses, community groups have got together as part of Riverlution, and that's a brilliant thing because actually what it does is it makes sure that our rivers can flow freely, it makes sure that our rivers are protected and homes and businesses are protected against flood at the side, and we want to play our part in that. And it's really important that we've dedicated specific funds to be part of this project, and we'd encourage more businesses and community groups to get involved in Riverlution because we think it's really, really important.
If there's one thing I wanted people to know, it was that we take our responsibilities for our river environment seriously, and that we're really keen to be part of a river stewardship across the whole city. And we really just hope to encourage other businesses, other landowners, people who live around and work in the river to get involved and actually help us kind of create a better environment for us all.
I think what I'm most excited about is days like today. Obviously volunteering is a big part of what the Stewardship Partnership facilitates anyway, but seeing more days like this is so valuable, not only because, on a day like today, they might take a ton of litter and debris out of the river, which on its own is great, but the fact that it's involving people that will take that experience away with them and perhaps act differently in their own environmental behaviours, or set an example for the people that come up and down this footpath today, and just kind of illustrate the harm that can be done and that can so easily be avoided if people just behave in an environmentally responsible manner. This kind of example set by the local authority is really nice, and something I hope we can see all over the country as well eventually.